and we're back with Christopher Cook from Alliance Insurance Services. He's answering your questions. This person says, why can my homeowner's insurance charge for an outbuilding on my property when I don't have one?
Yeah, really, they're not charging for a separate outbuilding. Throughout the country, there's a standard homeowners insurance policy. We insure your house, and then we have some additional coverages. They are other structures, which may sound like outbuilding to you, but they include fences and mailboxes and driveways. If you have them or not, they're just part of the package. Your contents, so everything from toothbrushes to televisions, and your loss of rents or loss of use coverage. So if you had a home fire, we've got to rent you a place to live kind of thing. And those are all just standard packages. They're not charging you extra for it. They bake that into the cost.
Gotcha. Okay. This person says they've had the same insurance for 40 years. It included a detached garage. They noticed that the roof was deteriorating and they filed a claim and their insurance was canceled. The insurance sent them a check for a prorated amount. Why did they do this?
There's a lot of things that could have happened there. If you had damage to your garage and your home, the main structure also had a deteriorated or an older roof, you may have no longer qualified from an underwriting standpoint. The homeowner's responsibility is to maintain their property. So I don't know how old your roof was, or if they canceled your policy and they prorated the refund, they should do that. That's the thing that they have to do. If you had paid for coverage, they canceled the policy, they would owe you a refund. I'm not certain if when you say prorated, you mean they paid for part of the claim, waiting for you to finish repairing the roof. There's some questions I have there, but there's a couple of different answers.
Well, and then here's the issue too, right? With a roof that's deteriorated, usually that's not going to be covered under insurance because it's not an emergency, right? It's something that happened over time.
Exactly. Yeah, it was a maintenance issue. It wasn't a sudden loss.
Okay. This person says, I live in a mobile home with trees around it, and if one falls on my house, is the landlord's insurance supposed to cover it or mine?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you are renting that mobile home or you own the mobile home and you're renting the lot, but whomever insures the mobile home, their insurance policy will pay for the damage caused by the tree.
Okay, and if you're renting like everything, then you need renter's insurance because your landlord is not going to pay for any of the stuff that gets damaged if the tree falls on your mobile home or your apartment. Well, and then someone's saying I'm paying $9 a month for homeowners, which is really renter's insurance each month at my apartment complex. I also pay $4 a month with my personal insurance company. Is that legal? I think a lot of apartment complexes are making it a requirement that you have renter's insurance.
Exactly. Yeah. And a lot of the apartment complexes may be requiring that you purchase it through them so that they can track whether you keep it or not. I'm not 100% certain on that. You can't double insure something if that's your question. $4 a month is a lower premium than I've ever heard of in the renter's insurance space. But I don't think anything's being done illegal. I could be wrong.
Okay, but if they have renter's insurance through the apartment, they may be able to cancel the other one, right?
Yeah, they don't need both, probably.
All right. So this person is asking about, they went to get a colonoscopy and it was supposed to be a screening and covered underneath their insurance, but then the doctor found polyps and all of a sudden it was a diagnostic screening instead of a regular screening, and now they're being charged.
Yeah, this is a really tough scenario, and we see it often, unfortunately, with whether it be mammograms or colonoscopies or other, well visit type of screenings. Once something is detected, then yes, that does trigger your deductible and your co-insurance clauses in your health insurance policy, and that probably was unexpected. I don't know how well it was explained to you before you had your colonoscopy, but that indeed sounds like it was handled the same way it's handled for everyone else.
Okay, so then their screening isn't covered, I guess. That's what I think to myself when I'm the patient.
Right. Now it becomes a treatable condition, and all treatable conditions fall under the deductible and co-insurance and office copay, just the way any other sick visit would, or outpatient surgery, or any of those types of things. And it's a medical coding thing between the insurance carrier and the provider, and quite frankly, federal regulation.
Okay, all right. They may not be answers that we like, but they're answers that we need to know, so that's okay. All right. Thank you, Christopher Cook, for your time and your wisdom as well. Hey, if you missed any of this, head to WFNYnews2.com. This information will be in the Two Wants to Know section.